Hi everybody! Today we're going to read Pete the Cat and His 4 Groovy Buttons. This book was written by Eric Litwin and James Dean is the illustrator. He created Pete the Cat and he drew all the pictures in this book. If you have your core vocabulary board at home, one word we're going to focus on today is off. Off is right here because Pete is going to lose some buttons. They're going to come off. So this is a good chance to practice off. If you want to continue practicing off after this book, you can also use a light switch or a lamp and turn it on and off. So on and off can refer to turning things on and turning things off, or putting things on and taking things off, like buttons, or when you get dressed in the morning. So let's read about Pete the Cat. Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. I see a sunshine and trees and grass. Do you think it's wintertime or summertime? I think it might be summer or maybe spring because I don't see any snow. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. Take it off. How many buttons are left? 1, 2, 3. 3, because 4 minus 1 equals 3. 1, 2, 3 buttons left. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. Popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1, 2, I see 2. Let's find out. 2! 3 minus 1 equals 2. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. Uh-oh, what's gonna happen? Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. Off. How many buttons are left? Oh, he's eating ice cream. He was having a good day. Also, I think it must be summer. If I see an ice cream truck, there's another clue. How many buttons are left? Just 1. 1 button. 2 minus 1 equals 1. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 1 groovy button. My button, my 1 groovy button. Pop! Oh no! The last button popped off and rolled away. Off. How many buttons are left? How many? 0. 1 minus 1 equals 0. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? What is it? His belly button, and he kept on singing his song. My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. He says, it's all good. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness no. We keep on singing. Buttons come and buttons go. And if you know Pete, you know he would say, because it's all good. The end. Should we put Pete's buttons back on? Which one should we do first? Let's move this book. We have a red button, a green button, a blue button, and a dark green button. I think we should do the red button first. Let's put the red button on. We have 3 left to put on. Let's do the light green button. Put it on. Then the blue button. Put it on. And which one's left? The dark green button. Put on. Thank you for your help. It's all good now. Thanks for reading Pete with me.